everything's good on my
That
end.
XO tattoo is hard. That's dope.
Which one?
XO tattoo.
Oh hell yeah! Where's that? Yeah, that's my boy. I fucking love
My roommate has that too. My roommate has
yeah,
that.
for real. Yeah, and I got all the albums, like the different, like the symbolisms for him and shit like that, the covers and shit.
That's fine. He's one of my inspirations. That's dope, man.
You said what?
He's one of my biggest inspirations, so that's dope.
Yeah, hell yeah. Got to. When I was watching the Trip stuff, I was like brought back to his early fucking the trilogy. You know what I'm saying? Those first 3 albums.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit hard. All right, bro. Let's kick this shit off. Welcome to the Garden State Hip Hop Hour. Today I got my man, Boslen, straight out Canada. What's good, man? Like we were saying earlier, I personally first discovered you with the song Trip. And hell yeah, that shit is like, I had to watch it, you know what I'm saying, sometimes. And I was watching the video. The video is really what captured me. And the second half of the song, you know what I'm saying, when obviously you're tripping, you crash your car. And fucking, it's just like, it's anxiety inducing watching you, like the camera, the cuts, like the face is getting close.
That's the thing, man. I think being a visual artist nowadays, it's like, it's the best way to express yourself as a creator. I feel like I really wanted to like infuse the feeling and the emotion in the song into the visuals. Yeah,
man, that shit, like, so when you were putting that song together, like how was the whole process of putting that one together? And the video, like, how much were you involved in the creative process?
It was all my ideas, man. Well,
for real?
I can't take the full credit by any means. It was me, my creative director, Natasha. But man, like we just kind of, I guess I'll start with the song, like Trip, it kind of came in a place where I was still trying to develop the project Dusk to Dawn that's about to come out. I guess it's out now if you guys listen to this. But basically, man, like, yeah, bro, it was just, we were in the studio and I really wanted to just make a song that's easy listening to, because I feel like the whole project is kind of like, you know, it plays on escapism, plays with being introspective, and it plays on these highs and these lows of vulnerability and making it empowered. But this song, I just kind of, you know, when I make music, the first 15 seconds, I think of like a movie scene or something. And this one, I just thought of like, I don't know, like a barbecue, like what a time of the day. It's just beautiful out. You have all your niggas around, like everyone's just happy. Like that's what I really wanted to do. And then for that transition on the part, bro, like I can't take the full credit for that either, because it was my executive producer just saying, we were just brainstorming ideas. And he's like, man, like, I'm going to try something. I was like, okay. And he just took it into a complete different direction where I didn't even know it was going to go. But honestly, when I got to that part, when I started hearing it, it kind of made sense to me, because in the song, I'm telling like a specific individual, like a girl not to trip, like about like her insecurities or the night or anything. But then as in the video, you kind of find out that that person I'm telling not to trip kind of backstabs me. So at the end, I just be like, you know, like, I don't know if I can swear on this, but like, yeah.
Yeah, you can, you go ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, I just like, fuck you, and like, no, you know, type of shit.
But yo, it's like, and it's funny too, because at first you're just chilling, like you're in a hotel. It looks like maybe a hotel room, but you're somewhere like just hanging out, relaxing, and then all of a sudden you just fucked up.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. I just, you know, one of those nights we've all definitely had.
Hell yeah. That's what it reminded me of, like some shit like, yeah, I'm just going to have one drink. I'm going to have a relaxed night. I'm going to chill. And then next thing you know, shit just went left.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun to act that shit. So it was dope.
Hell yeah. And then so you got the album coming out right the 24th from Dusk to Dawn.
Yeah.
So, and then you got the weekend, like we were talking earlier, and he's got the Dawn is Coming thing coming along.
I didn't even know that was happening, bro. But yeah, that's crazy. Because I've been planning this album probably for 2 years. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's taking so long? Are you been trying to perfect it, or?
I think it's just being perfection, you know? I think like this is like, I think first impression is everything. And honestly, when it comes to a project like this, I really wanted to have like our main goal, me and just saying, like we wrote it on the whiteboard before even beginning, was to make a piece that's timeless. You know, I feel like I really wanted to have like the utmost artistic integrity on this, like a Kanye or like The Weeknd, like you mentioned. I feel like they really spend and take their times on their projects. And like in 10 years time, I want to look back on this project and still be proud and have remembered that it was a moment for my city and for my team and for everybody that worked on it.
Hell yeah. It kind of got like this whole like vampire vibes. Like you got the little bat emoji, then obviously you got the moons, and you know what I'm saying? So is this that kind of like the angle you're going for, more of a dark?
I wouldn't necessarily say vampire, but I think it's like, that's a good take. Not don't get me wrong, but like, no, I feel like the whole vibe I really wanted to build the project around was like highs and lows, dark and light. We really played with the branding around a philosopher named Carl Jung and his like ideology of like what the shadow theory is. Sorry, excuse me. But basically what the shadow theory is like everybody has a shadow. Everybody projects a shadow. And basically, let's say if you and me are talking and then you're like all confident, everything's dope, everything's chill, but then internally I'm like, let's say insecure or something, I'll start to project my shadow onto you. So I'll start to be negative or kind of be closed off. But ultimately, that's what I wanted to represent in this music. I wanted to like project my shadow into this music and let people hear like my insecurities and tap into really who Corbin is, not really Boslen. Like I wanted, the reason why I fell in love with Kid Cudi, for instance, is because, man, he was talking about how he didn't have a dad around, you know, when I was a kid, when I was 13, that resonated with me. So like going through this whole chapter of this project, like I feel like there's so many, you know, highs and lows of just genres. Like the songs like Have You, that's very pop, but then there's songs that are deep cutted with like a song like with Vori, that's just like so alternative R&B in a way, and has so much grunge and grit to it. And that's what I wanted, those two extremes to be evolved in the world of Dusk to Dawn. So it was tapped into like the music videos, to how it's represented in the merch, to the visualizer, to the trailer, to how it's all connected visually. Like I wanted to build this like world, you know?
Yeah, nah, that shit hard. I saw you got Vori on there too. That's fun. You're saying that's hard as fuck.
Thank you, bro.
How did you choose the people that were gonna be on the album with you?
I think, man, it just really, we're really strategic with it. Like, for instance, I guess I'll start with a female artist. Like, I always wanted a female artist on the project. And when I was thinking of a female artist, I was thinking of like, you know, like a Savannah Ray, like a Jessie Reyes, like a singer. Like,
I love Jessie Reyes.
Beautiful voices, they're crazy. But my executive producer and I were thinking when we made Quartz, he was like, man, what if she, like Charmaine, he found her, and he was like, what if she hopped on this? And it's always been like my goal to like, you know, represent the East and the West of Canada and kind of combine them. So I felt like it was like a perfect moment to just blend that. And also she just bodied it. And like, it kind of reminded me of like Kanye West's like Monster song where Nicki Minaj,
yeah,
like just gave me like that feeling. So like, I was just proud and she killed it, bro. And then for songs like Tally Away, you know, that song Deny more than anything, man. Like that's one of my favorite songs. Cause like, you know, I dated a girl for like 6 years. So like getting out of that relationship, it was really messy and I never, you know, had that closure. So to really, you know, get that out and be therapeutic in the session. Like, bro, I got really emotional, but when it comes to an artist like Tally Away, I feel like his whole theme and how he is introspective in his music and he taps into relationships, I felt like he really connected with it. So putting him on the project, it was just like perfect. And he's such a G, bro. We play Call of Duty and shit. Like he's a really nice guy.
Yo, yeah, I saw a whole interview you did with like some, I guess, Call of Duty in like Toronto.
Yeah.
Because at first I was confused. I was like, why do they keep asking him these video game questions?
Yeah.
And then I tapped in. I saw it was like a Call of Duty channel. So you're like a big Call of Duty player, or?
I don't know, I'm not necessarily a big Call of Duty player. Like I'll play, but I guess it's on like the spare time. But no, but back on the topic, I want to explain one thing that's really important to me. But basically on the project, there's a song called Note to the City. And it's basically like, you know, it's like the interlude of the album. And that time, like that song, we really took our time on because, bro, I really wanted to just, you know, pay homage to Vancouver. I feel like it is the city, it is so early and the culture here is early. Like I was just in LA and people are like, oh, I love Canada. And then I was like, yeah, and they're like, oh, I love Toronto. Like they don't think of Vancouver, and that's fine. Like, bro, props to Toronto, they're killing it. Like they're carrying the torch. But I feel like Vancouver, there are so many kids and creators here that are like so talented and shit. So we really I paid homage by like, you know, they're like the true trailblazers of the city. They're called the Rascals. And basically they were like the old hip hop group that were like the first hip hop group to be aired on TV, like through the Junos and stuff, and to be on MTV. And I feel like they really like carried that torch back in the day by like the Northern Touch and stuff, even the playlist that it is now. So like I asked my manager, like I kind of dived into like a rabbit hole and I asked my manager to, you know, set up a dinner and then we kind of put them on the project and yeah, they're great guys. And then Vori, man, he's just, yeah, I just became obsessed with the music. So, yeah.
That's hard. And you said something about like trying to bring together the East and West of Canada. Like obviously I'm from America. Is there really like a divide or separations, or they don't really work that much together?
No, I don't think there's necessarily a divide, but it's just proximity. I think that's what it is. I feel like, you know, people are like subconsciously just going to work with people that are in their backyard, as in creators, photographers, creative directors, film. Like it's all just in your backyard. So I'm not going to travel all the way there just to work with somebody. It's interesting. And I think it's always been that way just because, you know, social media is so new. So like, I feel like that blend, it is happening more and more. And I'm not saying I'm the first to do it by any means, but I just wanted to like pay homage and just add to that story of connecting it.
Oh, word. Okay. I didn't know if it was like some type of shit like that happened, you know, East versus West Coast beef. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I didn't really tap in. But like we were talking about earlier, so what is going on in Vancouver? Like I was telling you, I'm from New Jersey and I'm hearing like Vancouver, like that name keep popping up.
That's good, man. Yeah, I think it's glowing, man. It's growing. There's a lot of just different groups here, different artist groups, artists like Manila Gray, Sharuk, Prado, Eric Reprid, BB No Money. Like there's so many different artists popping up, Eli Maniashi, like the list keeps going on. And I feel like the reason why is because people are finally get that taste of, you know, what it could be, like the possibility. And I think it was interesting because when I first came into the industry here, I'm not going to drop any names, but a lot of artists that I didn't mention, like, you know, they would move in a type of way where they'd have a lot of egos because I feel like they do compare themselves to Toronto. Like, I got to be the Drake. I got to be the person that puts on. And I think people are slowly getting that mentality of it. It's not needing to be like that anymore. I feel like everybody, it's such a big sea that everybody can just have their, you know, their own ship. And yeah, man, it's just growing. And I'm just proud of the city. So I'm just trying to play my part. I'm just trying to do what I can to just bring some light to this place.
All right, yeah, and it's dope that awareness is, like I said, even growing out here to where we're hearing about it. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That's hard.
Yeah, so that's dope, man. And fucking so how did it feel? I saw a picture where you're just on a giant billboard. Like, how did that feel? Like the first time you just see yourself, you're just walking by and you see yourself on a giant fucking billboard.
It was crazy. Like, I got choked up.
Hell yeah.
I came from a really small town in Chilliwack. It's like an hour outside of Vancouver. Probably population like 80,000 people. Like it's just farmland. Just, you know, I got hillbilly tattooed on me. I rubbed off, but like, bro, like there's just literal hillbillies everywhere, and that's dope. It was cool. Like it made me the man I am today. But coming from like a small town like that to just seeing that, like, no, it's not a plaque. No, it's not a Grammy. No, it's not this, that, or the other. But to me, that meant a lot to me because I felt like a milestone moment for me and my team to just keep going at something. And like my manager always reminds me, and even my dad, he's like, always celebrate the little things. Because I feel like as humans, man, we're always like, I'm sure you know, man, we're always trying to get that next goal. We're always obsessed with just, you know, what's next? And we never just sit for a second and just appreciate it. So, but that meant so much to me. Just, you know, I felt like it was just kind of, it wasn't necessarily for me, but it's for like my team. So it was good.
Hell yeah, especially when your family and stuff see it. But like you said, it becomes hard, as you know, to actually even have any time to celebrate. I'm sure, as you know, because it seems like every time you want to celebrate something, it's like you got to get right back to work anyway. Yeah, it's like that chase never really ends in this music industry, you know? Yeah, so like, how do you take the time to celebrate? Like, what is the celebration to you?
You know, I think a celebration to me is just having, you know, the closest people around me, like happy and seeing them just like see the fruits of their labor and, you know, seeing my family around and then just, it's not like you know, anything crazy, but just having those moments. I think like everybody can just have those moments. It might be at 2 a.m. where you smoke a joint and you're just having that deep night talk, or it's like in the morning where you're getting excited to go somewhere with your friend. And it's those little moments that I always just watch and really appreciate that keep me going. Because I know in a week's time, once this project drops, like I was just in the studio yesterday, I'm already working on what's next.
That's what I'm saying. Like
it doesn't stop, but I'm obsessed with it and I love it. And like, I wouldn't do anything else like in my life because like, I feel like this is truly my way of giving back and inspiring kids. And yeah, celebration will come once, you know, once I do my part. So
yeah, like I said, like I feel like when you're growing up and you're a kid, you look at it like, you know, all these people in the music industry, it's a party, they get to celebrate all the time. Then when you're actually there, it's like, nah, you're done with this album, you're already working on the next. Oh, this video drop, you gotta go right back to work to promote it.
Some of the realest people in the industry that I met, man, like they don't party, they just work. Like they're okay to sacrifice themselves because they know what the end product will be. And that's what I respect. Like, I'm gonna say right now, like Wonder Girl, I worked with her once and bro, she is the most humble person and hardworking woman I've ever met in my entire life. Like she will do anything to just get what she needs. Like it's crazy. And there's so many other countless creatives and artists and producers that do that, but that's what I think separates the good from the great. And that's what I'm trying to do.
All right. So how do you stay focused on it though, right? You're 22, you probably want to have a good time. You want to do all these things, obviously the girls, the drink, you know what I'm saying? Just partying. You know what I'm saying? And I know the girls are coming now even more so, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But how do you keep them at bay and stay focused on the work?
Man, my mama beat my ass.
Damn. See, mom ain't trying to hear it.
It's just like my team, man. It's my team, honestly. Because we all seen the lowest of the low of each other. We've all seen the highest of our highs. So like we've cut that, you know, broke that fourth wall with each other. So it would be, you know, not only disrespect to them, but disrespect to myself and everything that I built to just throw it all away for like one crazy night. You know, I feel like I came from an athletic mentality. I played rugby for like 6 years. And I just kind of took the same mentality of like, you know, it's just like sports, just like Kobe, man. You know you got to practice to get good. It's like that simple. You know, I feel like a lot of people, especially in this new generation, it's crazy. Like I get so many DMs and so many people like, how did you do what you did? How did you get to where you are? And obviously I don't think of myself of like, I'm not trying to act like that, but I'm just saying like, for those type of individuals, I think what it truly is just hard work, bro. That's all it is. Like you can't skip any steps. Like that's it. It's just, you have to just work. So yeah.
And the work, it gets exhausting. You just never, it never stops. It's not the promise that, like I said, we had as kids where you just see shit going on. You're like, yeah, that's the lifestyle I want. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be a party. And then it's like, yo, where's the party at? Like,
yeah, bro. No, but there's always good times, you know, there's always times to party.
It's like you said, you actually got to enjoy the moments because the moment is the celebration. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like, for instance, the project drops on the 24th. We're going to have a release party in Vancouver on the 27th. And man, like that moment, I'm just going to fucking chill, you know? Like, I'm just going to chill, drink, and just like live with my family and my team and just all the creatives. And that's going to be the moment that I just really enjoy. But I know like the next day or some shit, we got to go back at it.
Yeah, it's like right back to it. So like you said, you've been working on this project for 2 years. So I know you got to have some kind of like maybe some anxiety or anticipation or just like some kind of like, are you nervous? Like, how are you feeling about the album getting ready to come out? Like actually come out?
I don't know. It hasn't really hit me. Like it hit me the other day, and I like started like freaking out. It was like a panic attack or some shit. But like, man, I'm just hella grateful. I feel like this is like the perfect timing of everything. It feels like, you know, I'm the type of person that I need everything to align perfectly. You know, like it feels like the universe is doing something right now, and I'm just really grateful. I am, you know, like I'd be lying if I didn't say I was nervous. You know, like it's like your child, bro. So like, no, I'm definitely nervous, but I know what the music meant to me. I know how to make me feel, and I just hope that's just conveyed to the listeners. And I just want to get back, so I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, man, it's super dope. And I'm not sure exactly how it is in Canada right now, but is there gonna be a tour or any shows coming with this album? I saw some picture like you were hanging from fucking like a rafter type shit, so I could just assume your shows are crazy.
We always try to make moments for sure, man. We like to go crazy, but no, bro, yeah, for sure. We're gonna keep it on the low, but yeah, we're trying to plan something. We're trying to plan like a tour or something. It'd be fun.
Word, yeah. So have you missed that element of it? Like I'm not sure how many shows you've been able to do out there since it all happened.
No, bro, I miss it. I think being a 360 artist is like one of the most important things. You know, just like being able to make the music, you know, perform and be just a genuine person. I feel like that's like the true being of an like artist. So when I am performing, I miss it so much, man, because that's what keeps me going. Like seeing the true faces, seeing her eyes, and like a human to human contact, like of just performing and just like, you know, vibing with the crowd and just going back. Like that's what truly like keeps me inspired. And that's what like it feels like that's like a lot of other artists can like relate to that. And, I miss it so much. I miss it so much.
Hell yeah, people singing the songs and like rocking out with you and being excited to see you. Like there is no replacement for that. You know what I'm saying? Like at all. So like
I miss that shit. I miss that.
That's a moment, man. So like you said, you came from I wouldn't even say small. You're saying a country. You're saying small town. 80,000 people is a lot of people. Like I'm from a little town where it's like 40 people. I graduated with like 40 people. So when you say 80,000, yeah. So when you say 80,000 people, I was like, wait, I thought he said a little town.
That's so yeah, you're right. That's crazy. To me,
it's a little to you. But how did it feel the first time you were going somewhere and you heard someone just bumping your music and playing it?
Man, that was. I remember I was in Chilliwack. Where was it? I think I was in Chilliwack, my hometown, and I was just driving. I was just going to the store, and someone pulled up beside me, and they were blasting it. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And it just hit me, bro. I just tripped out. Like I didn't know and I didn't even know the person. You know, I just kept my window up, and I was like, "Bro, this is crazy." And I just kept going. And I feel like, but that's when you know something's building. Like I remember I was watching like a Drake documentary, man, and he said the same thing. Like when he was rolling through a city, when he dropped Views, you can always tell it was good if the whole city you can hear it. So yeah, that means the most to any type of person, man. Just hearing that shit back, that reciprocation is crazy.
Word. It didn't take you back at all? Because I was talking to an artist yesterday and they gave me an interesting answer to that question. They were like, they felt mad defensive. Like, yo, how did the person find my music? How they know I live here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like that first time they were kind of being like, wait, like they felt like, you know, saying someone's looking for him, you know?
I don't really, well, man, like if I'm honest, I didn't grow up, like I'm not a gangster, bro. I'm not anything I'm not trying to be, you know? I didn't grow up around that shit. I grew up with a single mom. And we came from fucking like poverty, it was poor. And then we, you know, married into a family and shit. And like, he's my dad now, he's like a beauty. But like, bro, like I didn't come from that. So I never had that on my back of like always having to look for corners and shit. no, I had the mentality of just like, you know, grit and just hard work. I feel like that's what I had. So when I hear people playing my music, it's just love. I'm just happy. But there are, you know, there's definitely, the more and more you grow, there are bloodsuckers out there, and there are people that are going to come for your head, and you got to just like move accordingly. And I think that's how any man should move in their life. So
yeah, that was the first time someone gave me an answer like that. So it really opened up my mind to like, you know, how different people perceive the fame or that those kind of things happening the first time, you know?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's why I just keep my circle really small. Honestly, I don't have a lot of friends. Like I trust the people I trust, and like I happen to live with them as well, and like they're like, that's my family. I don't need to go like anymore. Like I don't need any more friends. Like I'm good.
Word, yeah. So if this is the first time, right, or for new people that are tuning into you, like, what are like 3 or 4 songs that they could go listen to from your catalog that will give them like, you know, a well-rounded feel for you?
First one you got to listen to is Nightfall by me and Joe Kenji. Second one is Deny. Third one is Dawn. Right. So those are the go-tos. So Nightfall, Joe Kenji, Deny, Fitala Yoe, and Dawn, the outro on the project, my personal favorite song I've ever made in my entire life. Like, yeah, those are the 3 you got to listen to. I think that best encapsulates like what I'm trying to do and like the direction I'm trying to go in my career.
Or so like what else? So you got the album coming out the 24th. Is there going to be any new like singles following that? I know you dropped Quartz recently. Like what's next after the album? Like what should people?
We got some merch coming. We got some shows coming. Yeah, I just keep a lookout, man, because like I feel like now's the time to attack. So I can't really say much, but I'm very excited to just launch this project, and I hope people enjoy it, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, man. Nah, I definitely do appreciate your time. You're saying we're definitely looking forward to the album. Like I said, I've been a fan since I heard Trip. Like just like the creativity of that and the song of that shit was crazy. It was like refreshing. You know what I'm saying? Because you hear so many artists and things like that, and it just kind of felt different a little bit. And like I said, it's that second half. It's really that second half of the song. Like you just really start going in.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. No, for real, bro. I really appreciate your time. I'm sure like you're busy and you do this a lot, but like, thank you for listening, man. I really appreciate it.
Facts. So where can people find you at? Social medias, TikTok?
Yeah, TikTok, man. Yeah, we're blowing up on TikTok too right now. So Boslen on TikTok, Boslen on Instagram, Boslen Official on Twitter. That's about it. Boslen on Facebook. It's just Boslen. That's all it is.
Word. And as soon as this is done, I need everybody, because it should be out when I release this, go tap in with Dusk to Dawn ASAP. Run that shit up. Quartz is the main single right now, right?
Yes, sir. Well, it's Nightfall. Nightfall is going to be the main
Nightfall. Bet. Oh, yeah, by the time this comes out. So Nightfall. Get a tattoo on my man. Go follow him. Yo, my man, I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Be easy, my guy.